Hello, I'm Laura,
I'm Justin.
and this is week 4 of Level 2 Charleston for August 2017 Wednesday Night Hop. Got it all in. And so this week we kind of delved a little bit more into footwork equivalencies, is what we called it. But we started with a fun move, which was the mini dip. And this is what it looks like.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2.
So a lot of you had seen this before. It's a pretty common move, but it starts in cross hands, and you have this rock step down.
5, sorry, it's
Okay, rock step down, clap. And the down comes from the leaders just bending their knees and keeping their arm with them. It's not an arm move. You're not pushing or pulling the follow to do that same down.
So you can see I just go down, and I mean, I can do this with one finger. Like, I'm just going down and like signaling to Laura that I'm going down as opposed to bringing her down with me.
And so, and then you have the ending, down, clap, step, and then try to go up at the same time. And then hold 7, 8 into whatever you want. We went into airplanes.
So the most basic form of this, we just did 7, 8, and now we can do this rock step backwards, and now we can do this. And the way we did it first in class was with this footwork, step, 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 which actually I think we hadn't done with airplanes yet.
I don't think we had.
But you could just as easily go, and I think we showed this later in the class, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could even go into it with Charleston footwork from here if you wanted, if it felt good.
Yep.
Okay, so then we did a slightly different thing, which we'll show from this angle. We did the same mini dip, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. And we showed the same thing we can do with triple steps. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, triple step, triple step, triple step.
Try not to go off camera.
So what we said was that how do you lead the difference between these two things? So we're here, 7, 8, and I'd make a rock step, and I'm either going to go into a free spin or straight into airplanes. And what we said was a couple things. Leaders need to be confident in what they're doing, because if leaders, we don't know what we're doing, there's no way our followers are going to be able to tell. And the second thing is that we need to be clear about whether we're asking for straight momentum or curving away from each other. So when we do the airplanes, we go straight, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas when we're going into the free spin, 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually that momentum starts, like most things do in swing dancing, with the rock step. So if we're going straight, and I want to show it again from this angle, I take a straight rock step back, and Laura takes a straight rock step back with me. Whereas if we're turning, and maybe we can show this one from this angle, our rock step, we turn to face each other almost. So it goes rock step, triple step. So with those two things, most of the followers were able to figure out what was going on.
Yep.
Okay, so we did...
That was a single turn, free spin into airplanes. We also talked about if you're doing a double or multiple turns, free spins into airplanes. And so we'll do it towards the camera, because I don't think we have room the other direction.
We'll do small ones.
So it looks like this. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Like that. So we got the doubles turn. And what was important with this is that it's what I like to call a visual follow. So after the first spin, I'm going to be looking at my partner, at Justin, to figure out, okay, are we going to turn again? Are we not turning again? I want to kind of reconnect with him, even if we're not physically connected, so that I know, okay, we're going to do another turn, or, oh, nope, we're going to stop here.
And for leaders, the way that we can help our partners follow us is, number one, by making eye contact when we come around. For those people who are leading and don't usually follow, we're not as experienced turning and spinning, or like moving and spinning at the same time. And so what often happens is we're like, oh no, 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 and we're so focused on ourselves that we forget about our partner who's like doing this beautiful down the line turn, right? So so number one, like when you come around, 2, 3, like look at your partner as opposed to just like leaving them hanging. And number two, when you reconnect, make sure that you still have momentum in the direction you want to go. In this move, we want to go into airplanes. So that means that when I reconnect, I'll just do one spin so I don't run into the camera, but 2. So here, I have to get that. And if instead when I reconnect, I'm just stopped, we just did a turn in place, I don't have any reason to step forward into airplanes. And so the move doesn't work.
Yeah. It feels kind of off as a follow. So, so with that, let's do it this direction too once.
Okay.
We'll make it really small just to give you guys a different angle.
So we just
a
did
double spin.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8.
1,
2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
7, 8.
And you can do the same thing with triple steps, but it would
Yep.
definitely go off frame.
Yeah. Triple steps tend to travel a bit more. So that was our cool airplane entrance, and then we talked about how to get out of airplanes, which is something we hadn't done yet in this class.
So the exit we taught was pretty simple. When we come back around, where normally I would switch hands and take my partner's right hand, I hold on to my partner's left hand. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then we're reconnected. But now, here you would like to take a rock step, but we have this forward
Feels weird.
momentum, and it feels weird to take a rock step. So what we suggested instead is to take a side step, 7, 8. So changing your forward momentum 90 degrees as opposed to 180 degrees is easier. So we'll show it together. We'll put one airplane on top, and let me show it from this angle. 1, 2, 3, 5. So this is just a regular airplane footwork. Now I hold on to my partner's hand, 7, 8, and now I can do whatever I want. Probably I would either go forward like that, or I would do, we'll show it from here, sorry. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Rock. And I would close up, and then maybe we can do some of these lazy circles. Yeah.
Like we did at the beginning of the month. Yep. So with that for follows, when the lead kind of closes up and reconnects and closed, I know something's different, so I'm expecting, kind of waiting for that rock step lead to know, okay, which direction are we going to be going, because there's something different going on.
So then we moved on and we sort of talked about the thesis of the whole class, the whole reason we're teaching this class. And we talked about the fact that this whole time we've been substituting some kinds of footwork for other kinds of footwork. So for example, when we did Charleston swing outs, we were substituting kicks for triple steps, or kick step for triple steps.
Or
step for step step.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were substituting footwork all the time. So like there's actually a framework for this, and once you understand this, you can invent infinitely many new moves. So what we said was there are really two classes of moves that you care about: moves that change which foot you're stepping on, and which moves that don't change which foot you're stepping on. So the moves that change the foot we're stepping on we call odd, because you step an odd number of times, and everybody has 2 feet. And when you step an odd number of times with 2 feet, you change the foot that you're stepping on. And so the odd steps are triple step, 1 and 2, step,
Just
and
step.
and kick step, which is the same thing as step. And then the even footworks are do nothing.
Pulse. Or do nothing, but pulse.
Pulse is a good thing to do all the time. Kick, but not kick step, just kick. And step step. So all of those end you up on the same foot as you started on. And so what it means is that anytime you do any one of the odd footworks, you can substitute any other odd footwork. And anytime you do one of the even footworks, you can substitute any even footwork. So this lets us invent new footwork. So the one we just demoed off the top of my head in class was we could do a mix of footworks in swing out. We could do kick and triple step, kick and triple step. And that's not something we taught, but I know it's going to work because all I've done is substituted things from the list.
Yep.
Okay.
And we've been doing this the whole class. We've been doing triple steps and kicks all within the same move. So you guys have been doing this the whole time, whether or not you realized it.
So then we gave you a couple more things just to sort of prove that this was true, and things that we could teach much more quickly now that we had this framework. So one that we taught was a variation from side-by-side Charleston. So we have this one, which you all know. But we said, well, anywhere that we're doing kicks, we can do triple steps. So that looked like kick and triple, kick and triple, hoo, hop-be-da, hoo. And we said anytime we're doing, sorry, I said anytime we're doing kicks, we can do triples. But anytime we're doing kick steps, we can do triples. Anytime we're doing kicks, we can do step, step. So that looks like step, step, triple, step, step, triple. So we've just invented this new kind of fun move just by substituting things. And the other one that we showed you, this one was kind of hard.
This one was a bit trickier. It was based on the footwork variation that we did last week, which was in crosshand airplanes. I think it was. Anyways, and it was step, kick, kick, step, kick, kick, down, kick, down, kick. And so on this, we added a triple step in. So it became triple step, kick, kick, triple step, kick, kick, triple step, kick, kick, triple step, kick, kick. So that was a little bit little bit harder variation for you guys to work on. And I think that was everything we did.
Yeah. And then we just gave you some music to dance with, and I guess the one
Try
thing
out.
that like I noticed that I want to put back in your head is that I saw some people trying to do like Charleston moves when it was really groovy at like 145 beats per minute, and like don't force it if it doesn't feel good. Try doing, you have so many other options now,
Yep.
and you can still do the moves that you know from Charleston just without the kicks.
Yep. So it's a really good way to make your dancing fit with the music just by changing up the footwork, going from triple steps to kicks. Just changes how the dance feels and fits better with the music.
Cool. So we'll see you all next week. Thank you.